She always says, like, when you're on a networking call, you should always say, like, at the end, who else should I talk to? Like, who are two other people in your network that you could connect me with? So I think that's a great piece of advice. I totally stole it from her, though. And
Oh,
then
that's fantastic. Yeah.
I also think, well, that's, I guess, like, honestly, each piece of advice I feel like I have, like, comes from someone else that gave me that advice. I also met with one of her colleagues one time, and I remember they said, like, after an interview, you need to ask yourself, what was it? Do you like not engaged? Do you feel essentially like, do you feel excited about this?
Hmm.
Which like seems so silly and like obvious. I'm trying to remember the exact wording she's had though, because I feel like it was better than like excited. Are you feeling? I'm like, what was it?
Delighted yeah, we can go to all the synonyms.
Yeah, I'm like, it starts with an E, but it's not excited.
Hmm.
But she's like,
Ecstatic.
no.
Okay, I'll stop guessing because I'm gonna just ruin the last part of this podcast with all these
I'm really gonna
guesses.
like email you right after this call and be like, oh,
Okay.
it was this. So that's my other piece of advice, which I don't have the the background for that.
Hmm.
And then the third isn't really a piece of advice, but like during this job search, I've actually been working with like a career counselor
Mm.
or like with career coaching, which has been super helpful to really like focus on like what I actually want in my next steps and not just like taking whatever comes first or,
Yeah.
whatever offer you get first. And kind of going back to what I said about like I could take these two like career routes right now. She was saying, which I thought was like such a good point that I hadn't thought about before, is like if I do end up at a startup where there's not a lot of mentorship, like you could always negotiate like some kind of a career coach into your contract.